What is going on, y'all? It's your boy Lieutenant Dan here with another Falcons preview post-game report for you guys, for you, the grounders, the ones who make it all possible, all happen. Everything that you guys do with this channel makes it bigger and bigger and better. And I just want to a big thank you to all who are supporting this channel right now. You guys, whether you're Falcons fans or you're Bucks fans, NFC South fans, NFC West fans, NFC East, from the United States, from Mexico, from Canada, from all the way in Asia, all the way to Europe. Thank you for your support. Thank you for what you do. And it's a blessing every day, even as someone who's not very religious. It's a blessing every day to y'all make this possible. Really, really is. So salute every single one of y'all that make this show happen, that help me with the Patreon, that help me in the stream with donations, and share this content, liking, subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and truly populating this area as your own. Thank you. Thank you, guys. So, we got some things to get to. We got a couple of things. And I think they're big things. They're not little things. Big things. Big facts. Big facts, not little things. We got some stuff to cover. So before we do, let's get into the chat. And if you have not said hi yet, go into the chat right now. Go ahead and say hi. Promise I don't bite. I will say hi back. I'll try to cover the best I possibly can. But once we start really getting into it, y'all need to understand, if you say hi when I'm really on the road, it's difficult. So say hi now. Let's get into this chat real quick. Real Patman was first. Good to see you, Patman. Easy, Cedric Britton, Ross, NBC Rebel, Empire One. Good to see you. Mikey's in the building. Perry Sims, Joseph's in the building. Burton VDP's in the building. So many regulars, so many people that come in here and support me all the time. Dross in the building. Real. Only the real. Only the real come in here. That's what I love about this show. That's what I love about you guys. These are the real people come in here. Only real people support this channel. Make it what it is. But let's get straight to it, eh? Let's get straight to it. We got some things to discuss. And I am backtracking on my messenger because I left most of my notes on there and forgot to write some things. But man, oh man. Man, oh man, do we have a day. I'm going to be on somebody else's podcast today. Just let's get a life thing out of the way, all right? Let's get something life oriented out of the way first of all. My Instagram is just me doing memes. It really is. So if you enjoy memes, go over to my Instagram. Every once in a while, I post a silly, stupid video with stupid memes on it. Because I like to do that kind of stuff. Dedrick Sinat liked my tweet today. And I thought that was a huge step in the right direction for this channel and for myself, just getting some confidence. But that's kind of where I was. But let's talk about this game for just a second and some of the things that I saw and then I'll be on someone else's podcast later today. If you want to guess who, you're more than welcome to guess in the chat. You'll see the pod go up a little bit later today or tomorrow, and I probably will retweet it with said person from Twitter. And then also at the same, we are doing a college film breakdown tonight of Jeffrey Simmons because of some donations yesterday. Remember, you donate in the chat, you donate in the Patreon, and you make me do film breakdowns on college players. That's just the gist. And I have a list right here. I have a list right here with names on the back that I put down. Somebody donated. This is how much they donated. And this is who is in order on the list. So the higher the donation, the more on the list. I have quite a few. I have quite a few people on here already on this list. So I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. Here we go. Edward Jefferson, good to see you, buddy. Falcons fan living in New Orleans. Can we get some love and hype for Edward Jefferson in New Orleans right now, living in enemy territory? Can we give some love and hype to Edwards, please? Kendrick Reed, good to see you. John Thompson, Rocky Yang, good to see you. From Wisconsin. We got anybody else in here? Raichu for the win. And let us keep going. Brazilian X Skills, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. All right. So in my messenger, I have all my notes today. So let's go ahead and get straight to it now. And I started this off by saying, all right, let's watch this game. Let's put it in condensed and let's just hit it. You know, let's just hit this film hard and just start watching, rewind, slow it down, watch every piece of film. Okay. And the first thing that popped up to me was the fact that Grady Jarrett's sack yesterday came from the 4 interior spot again. Not the 3 tech, the 4I, right in front of the guard. Right in front of the guard to his outside shoulder. Pulling inside and going across him and inside to get a sack. Grady Jarrett is a 3 tech. Do not lie to me. Those of you that want to say, Grady Jarrett's a nose tackle. Get that man at 3 tech. Let him ball. Let him be Aaron Donald. Yeah, he can play some nose tackle. He can play some nose tackle. He can be that interior force that you want to stuff it. But man, oh man, did I see Dedrick Snott yesterday prove his worth at nose tackle. So put Dedrick Snott at nose tackle. Put Grady Jarrett at 3 tech. We'll see how that goes. Grady Jarrett will have so many sacks from that level. So many sacks from that position. So many sacks from that position. So easy. So easy for him to just get it. And Joseph Thompson, not many Falcons fans celebrate in the UK though. So rise up from the UK. We've got some people from the UK listening. We got some people in the UK listen to us. Brazilian X Skills says Sanat hasn't even gotten NFL weight yet. I don't know if Dedrick Sanat will keep the current weight that he's at or go any higher. Dedrick Sanat's holding people, man, kicking ass. So let's continue going on. Just like Freeman, I don't want Ito Smith to block too much. I don't want him to put in compromise. I don't want to put him in compromising situations that would eventually put him in danger of missing a block or getting overpowered by a bigger guy. But for what it's worth, and the Freemanites will come after me with their pitchforks and their giant pikes and flaming torches, and they will say, "Oh, but Freeman knows how to block." Look, Freeman can block, but he's not good at it. Tevin Coleman yesterday hit somebody with a block that almost sent them to space. Ito Smith had a block yesterday that almost got Matt Ryan hurt. So I don't want to put Ito Smith in too many compromising positions. That's my worry. With Freeman, with Ito Smith, with any smaller back. I don't want to put them in too many compromising positions. Have Ricky Ortiz sidecar. Have Tevin Coleman sidecar. But I wasn't complaining yesterday. Ito Smith did his job. That's the whole point. Ito Smith did his job. No one needs to say anything more. There's nitpicky things that we can do, but these are just my notes. The first potential interception that came off the back of the head of Kamil Ishmael and Trufant was in the vicinity. After looking at that play several times, Trufant was 5 yards off of it. He would have never gotten to that ball. So scratch that off the list of anti-Trufant nonsense that obviously is getting preached here, there, and everywhere with somebody's underwear, okay? That is nonsense. It's ridiculous nonsense to say that Trufant would have been able to get that first ball. Now, I'm not talking about the other two. I'm not talking about the other two, but we'll get there. We will get there. Also, another thing, Trufant playing 10 yards off his man. Now, I saw Isaiah Oliver do it too, so maybe this is part of the defensive scheme. I don't like it. It puts our corners who are better at staying on somebody's hip versus being 10 yards off of a guy and allowing them to have space, and then you read and react. I don't want my corners to read and react, but maybe that's what Dan Quinn wants to do. Maybe Dan Quinn wants read and react corners. Trufant doesn't do it well. Now, Oliver, and I know that boy had a day. He had a day yesterday. He got beat for a touchdown. I get it. People are going to get all, Alford gets beat for touchdowns. Oliver gets beat for touchdowns. Yesterday, they could have scored 3 on Oliver, and Oliver only let 1. Okay? And it was a circus catch. In fact, actually, the 2 big catches on Oliver for the day were circus catches, where great coverage met even greater passing and catching. I've seen Robert Alford get beaten for less. And I love Rocky. I love Rocky so much that I defend him year in and year out, saying you live by the sword, you die by the sword when you have Robert Alford. That's just the point. Robert Alford gets beat up. That's just what it is. But the long term, when we're talking about the long-term success of a corner, Robert Alford's long-term success leaves a lot to be wanted and desired. Whereas Isaiah Oliver's long-term success is yet to be determined. And he's making quarterbacks and wide receivers have to bring out 110% to get a touchdown. The touchdown that Josh Doxson had yesterday on Isaiah Oliver was almost SportsCenter worthy. Almost SportsCenter worthy. Almost, because Isaiah Oliver had perfect coverage on him, kept him to the outside, put him at a compromising angle, and he still caught that goddamn ball. And people were like, oh, Oliver needs to use 2 hands. He put a hand in that man's face where the ball was going to be, and the ball still somehow traveled from point A to point B, and Oliver was scored on. Oliver had great coverage yesterday. I've seen Alfred get beat on less. On less. My 2 cents. But Oliver's first actual play of the day was a breakup over the middle, and we saw that length where Oliver brings that hand underneath the wide receiver, the Redskins, knocks that ball down and out, and we go, there it is. That's the player that we've been wanting to see how it translates. Oliver's length is insane. That man is 7 foot tall when he's got those arms stretched out. Not even joking. He is 7 foot tall when he's got those arms stretched out. Okay? I'm just telling you, when Isaiah Oliver's arms are stretched out and my arms are stretched out, I can't even come to a quarter of the length that he has. I'm not even joking. The man is a beast. The man is a beast. And those athletic gifts and talents that he has have allowed him, I think in my mind, to take that Jalen Collins role where, okay, Rocky's hurt. Maybe we don't immediately bring him back. Maybe it's tried and true and fire and flame and brimstone for Oliver, and he has to go out there and learn the game and go out there and play ball. And I like that. I like that a lot about Isaiah Oliver. So at this point in my breakdown, looking at it, Calvin Ridley has had a drop. at the top of a route, at a post route, and then another drop that hit him right in the chest. I mean, right in the chest. Oops. So, great performance yesterday, Calvin Ridley. But, Calvin, you need to be more surgical. You need to be smarter. We know how dynamic you are. I mean, the tape says it for itself. The plays and highlights say it for itself. They speak for themselves. Calvin Ridley is really, really good. Really good. And Matt Ryan can sling it with the best of them. So when you have a guy that's so talented and so fast, having all of the pressure taken off of him because all eyes are on Julio Jones. The best coverages, all of the best zone, all eyes are on Julio Jones. And all you got to do is catch the ball and make a play? Shoot. I wish I had that job. If all eyes are on somebody else and I'm the guy that Matt Ryan goes, oh, wow, wide open Calvin Ridley. Put it right there. Easy. I'll take that job in a heartbeat. I'll take that job in a heartbeat. So two bad drops. And then I saw some, this will make a lot of people in the chat excited. I saw RPO. Not only did I see play action. That's right. I saw play action. And I saw end arounds. And I saw shovel passes from play action. Quick dump offs to fullbacks. We hit our tight ends mostly. Ricky Ortiz didn't have a catch yesterday. But these are the type of plays that Shanahan and Sarkisian, for the time being, understand that Matt Ryan is really good at doing X. If we can take chemical X and put it into our playbook, come on, man. Are you joking with me? You take chemical X and you put it in to the Falcons playbook, easy peasy, lemon squeezy stuff, and give Matt Ryan tons of smoke and mirrors, he'll toast you. Matt Ryan's one of the top 10 quarterbacks in this league. And that's not biased. Writers are talking about him. We've been talking about him for years. People were talking about Matt Ryan being one of the elite, being a Peyton Manning-esque type guy who will eventually get a Super Bowl for his team. That's where we're at right now. Matt Ryan is lighting up teams. Of course, the commentators said he ran a pro pass run option. Tevin Coleman, let's talk about him for just a second. Tevin Coleman had a strong day yesterday, and by the beginning of the third quarter, the Atlanta Falcons were getting 7.1 yards per rush. What? And if you look at some of the plays that Tevin Coleman was doing yesterday with this offensive line, by the way, that's missing both of its starting guards, the Falcons still ran tons of inside and outside zone, and people have always had a knock on Tevin Coleman about his vision. And we look at this man, and he doesn't have his head down. He has his head up. He's looking straight forward. He's looking at the lanes, and he's making cuts inside and outside. But, of course, he doesn't have any vision, right? He doesn't have any vision. And yesterday, against a very good Redskins D-line, against a very good Redskins defense, let's not play. That defense is good. We destroyed them in the run. We destroyed them with two backup guards by running the ball. And Tevin Coleman didn't even have a rushing touchdown. He had two passing touchdowns, two passing receptions, 4 touchdowns. In the screen game and in the wheel routes, Tevin Coleman is incredibly dangerous. Why are you leaving him open at all? Why are you allowing Matt Ryan to go read 1, read 2? Oh, hey, Tevin Coleman's wide open. You guys know that Tevin Coleman's wide open, right? Okay. Touchdown. But you know something else I saw yesterday when we're talking about Tevin Coleman? Remember, we talk about the offensive line and the people that block for that running back having a symbiotic relationship with the running back. So the running back and the offensive line have to be one cohesive unit and do their job. It is not all on the running back. It's not on the O-line. We know that exactly to be true because of Ezekiel Elliott. Is Ezekiel Elliott having a monster year? Is it because of his offensive line and running back play right now? Most likely. Most likely. But with two backup guards, Tevin Coleman and Ito Smith are running all over you. And even the 2 and 3 yard runs, Tevin Coleman and company were still pushing and fighting forward for it. You know what I like to call Ito Smith nowadays? He is a young hybrid between Michael Turner and Devontae Freeman. Fight me. Fight me. Chat, fight me. Fight me. I dare you. I dare you to fight me. Ito Smith is compact, hard to bring down, and shifty AF. Incredibly athletic and does his job without fail. He catches the ball. He runs the ball. He blocks. Don't really want him to do that too much. But Ito Smith knows exactly who he is, and he's hard to bring down, and he just smoothly, crisply walks through lines, gets completely lost in traffic, and then when somebody hits him, he busts forward for a couple yards. Easily does what he needs to do. And this offensive line pushes hard to give him those opportunities. I know we have so many people in the chat, and I haven't said hi. So hello to Mad Mike Sports. Go give that man a sub. He is awesome. Dat Boy, good to see you in here. Dalray, good to see you in here as well. Bellamy. B Ballard, good to see you in here. Brazilian X Skills. Logic in the house. Logic in the house. John Thompson, good to see you in here. Funny Productions. What's going on my mind? My man. Lunatic Falcon. Cedric Britton. Good to see all of you guys in the chat. I know I'm probably missing people. Joe is in the building. Good to see you. Perry Sims. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Rise up. Stay grounded. All the guys and gals in the chat. I'm sorry that I'm missing you, but I'm on a tangent. I'm on a rant, man. I'm on a rant. So Ito Smith, Tevin Coleman, one of the most dynamic running back duos right now in the league. And I truly believe that. That's not just me projecting that. That's not me being Colin Cowherd and not having facts. The facts on the film, go take a look at it. The way the Falcons are smoothly using their offense, the way the Falcons have set up and know who their running backs are, put them in the correct situations to run them. We had problems when Freeman was in here. We have no problems knowing exactly what we're going to be doing with Coleman and Ito Smith. Coleman goes out there, runs the ball, catches the ball. Ito Smith goes out there, runs the ball, catches the ball. There ain't any problems with it. Coleman gets most of the outside runs. Ito gets most of the inside runs. Coleman gets a lot of work just outside of the red zone. Ito Smith gets a lot of work inside the red zone. He's our goal line back. He's our guy that we want to hand off to. In short yardage situations, we give him the ball. He works up the field. Just that easy, man. Huge no-no. Huge no-no. I want some people in the chat to put up some emojis, some disappoint emojis right now, because I need to see it in the chat right at this very moment when I'm about to talk about what I'm about to talk about. Some vomit emojis. I don't know what it is, but Calvin, come on, man. I know it, if you're watching this right now, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a hard time, and then I'm gonna praise you for something else. And you guys know that I don't hold I don't hold punches, okay? Somebody says something dumb, I don't care how big they are, if they're bigger than me on social media, if they work for the Falcons, they play for the Falcons. I do not care. Run your route. Run your route. Matt Ryan says you run inside. That's where you're supposed to be going. And it's clear as day that that's where you're supposed to be going. And you get cheeky. You get cheeky. And no problem with that. No problem with that because I saw what you did. But you get cheeky and not run your route. Matt Ryan says, I'm a man that works in a system. Don't change the cogs because the cogs work just fine the way they are. Don't come in here and start changing things up. Do what you're told. We execute. We burn them. We wreck them. And Calvin Ridley decides to get cheeky, loses his concentration for just a second, and instead of cutting inside on a slant, he goes outside and runs this deep route. Supposed to be on the inside, supposed to be cutting in to take this ball. Runs the outside post. Matt Ryan throws to a specific spot on the field. And Calvin Ridley's not there to catch the ball. And what happens? There's double coverage in that area because there's two guys supposed to be following two wide receivers. You left a guy completely open to jump a route without any hesitation. And Matt Ryan gets intercepted. But the Ryan haters will tell a different story, and here's exactly what they will tell you. Well, Matt Ryan should have adjusted and saw Calvin Ridley was open on the side of the... Shut up. Shut up. I don't need you to tell me to tell you from Matt Ryan telling everybody on national television that Calvin Ridley's supposed to cut inside. He's going, Ridley, you're supposed to go up the middle of the field. I'm mad too. I would be mad too if I'm the quarterback going, yo, bro, you're supposed to be cutting inside. I threw right there because in my mind, I'm going through my reads on the field. I'm going through my reads, and I need you to be at that spot because I can't just turn and go, all right, where are you, Ridley? 1. Where are you, Ridley? 2. Where are you? Oh, there you are. 3, 4. That's 4 seconds of me trying to say, where are you, Ridley? I don't have that luxury of time. You have to run your route so I can go, nobody's open, there. And throw it right in and get a touchdown or potentially get a completion for a first down. I'm just saying that that's how football works. It is meticulous. It is robotic. Just because some players are very good at creating something out of nothing does not mean that you just go off the cuff, go off the script, and go, you know what the scene needs? It needs more drama. So let's go over there and just put some drama in here. Okay. Full story, fam. Full story. That being said, let's continue to go. I think Dedrin Senat is going to change the way the Atlanta Falcons draft in 2019. And here's why. I think that he is probably going to get that NFL style weight that Brazilian X Skills is talking about. And I believe that he truly is going to have a better pass rush set. So he will be much, much deadlier. And then we will be looking for a guy that can be behind Jack Crawford as a base defensive end because, Brooks Reed's probably not going to get picked up by the team. Derek Shelby showed out yesterday. That was interesting. Brooks Reed looked like he was in some trouble. Brooks Reed kind of looked like he was in a little bit of hurt. Little bit of hurt. But if you're looking at Christian Wilkins, potentially, that could be the guy that you could go after. Let me take a short water break here. Thirsty, man. Thirsty. Hungry and thirsty for content and doing this the right way. So, not but a few moments later, Julio Jones makes an incredible catch from an incredible throw from Matt Ryan, and then Ito Smith just absolutely dumps it on the Redskins. from 10 yards out, just rumbling, stumbling, and actually something that nobody is going to say anything about on the Ito Smith rush for a touchdown is Julio Jones was actually the blocker that opened up Ito Smith's hole and lane to go into the end zone. And then it was all Ito Smith after that. A jump over a guy, spin, turned around, continued to chug the legs, turn the legs, and push himself into the end zone. That's clutch. That's clutch. But Julio Jones came out there, and I saw this from Hardy, I saw this from Hall, I saw this from Sanu, where guys were coming in and going, we're going to lay you out. We're going to lay you out so our running backs can get where they need to be. And that's the kind of wide receiver I want on my team every single day. I saw Calvin Ridley doing it too. He was like, I'm coming out here to open a lane for Tevin Coleman. Well, goddamn, he opened a lane for Tevin Coleman. Tevin Coleman's gone for 20. I'm telling you, man, this is a team identity that we were missing. Where wide receivers, tight ends, fullbacks go, we will lay our lives down for this offensive line and this running back to do their job. And what do you know? By mid-third quarter, we're averaging 7.1 yards a carry. Shoot. And while we're talking about blocks, let's skip way ahead into the game where they hand the ball off to Ito Smith. He runs to the left-hand side. Josh Norman and Julio Jones. Little physicality at the line there. And Ito gets about 2 yards. Very next play. And you guys can go clip that video, that part of the video where I absolutely lose my mind. But the very next play, Julio Jones, 2 yards upfield, push off Norman, come back, get the screen pass, and Jake Matthews, the biggest road warrior, the biggest dog on this team. I can't do it. I wanted to do a little skit, but I can't. I can't do it. I just can't. I'm laughing too much about it. I just can't. Josh Norman sees a 300-pound dude coming his way, and he's like, no! And Jake Matthews goes, son, you tried to break my boy's neck on that pass interference not too long ago. I'm about to kill you. If I could shake Jake Matthews' hand, right now and be like, sir, please. Josh Norman had no idea what to do. He was just like, oh no! And Jake Matthews absolutely land blasts him. And that's how you get a guy off the line and out to block in open space. And Jake Matthews wasn't letting him go because he was pissed off. You tried to break my top wide receiver's neck because you had to be professionally fouling my guy so he wouldn't get a reception. Which, by the way, I looked at the throw. And I saw some people commenting on Julio Jones and Matt Ryan's deep throw where Josh Norman had a pass interference call by almost literally breaking this man's neck or hurting him badly. And there were people saying, well, he overthrew Julio Jones. And then there's some people saying, he underthrew Julio Jones. All right, look. Julio Jones loses the ball. The ball is at such an arc. When it's coming down, it's coming to his outside shoulder towards the sideline. And we see Julio Jones look over to his right and go, oh, there's the ball. Look over to his left and go, am I going to be able to get this? Because I can feel Josh Norman hugging me like a Build-A-Bear backpack. He's all over me like a boa constrictor. All over my back. And he's holding on to me. How am I supposed to catch this? I need to fall forward and lay out to get this, but I'm being pulled backwards. The ball was right on the money. The ball was right on the money where it needed to be. And all I can say to those who are throwing out the negatives about the Matt Ryan, Julio Jones pass interference with Josh Norman deal and saying that he underthrew it or he overthrew it or whatnot, go watch the play yourself and go see Josh Norman pulling the man backwards. How is he supposed to get to the ball in the first place? Second of all, the ball's put right where Julio Jones should be able to lay out and grab that ball or get it in stride and fall forward if Josh Norman's not right on his back. Mark Hill, good to see you, buddy. Definitely not first, but evening from the UK. Rise up from the UK, my man. Welcome back to the nest. Good to see you in here. So, he didn't want his first TD to be on him, to burn him down the field, because he remembers Julio Jones racking up 300 yards on the Panthers. He's like, well, he's not doing it here in Washington. You're right. He's not. You're right. He's not doing it here in Washington because Jake Matthews is going to clear the way because you had to stick your hand in the cookie jar and try to sneak one on Julio Jones. You didn't think the other teammates of the Falcons weren't going to go, well, who wants a steak dinner tonight? I bet Julio Jones went into that lineup. Andre, what's going on, my man? Good to see you. But I bet you Julio Jones went into that lineup when they called that play. And Julio Jones was going, okay, who's supposed to come out and block for me? Because whoever is going to come out and block for me and blow Josh Norman up, I'll buy them a steak dinner. Jake Matthews looked at him. Oh, really? A steak dinner? Like a big one? Julio. Yeah, bro. A steak dinner. You're the one that's coming over here to block? Come lay this man out. Jake Matthews like, pleasure is all mine. I can't stop watching that play. To be honest with you, I continue to see it over and over and over and over and over. And it wasn't just the block from Jake Matthews on Josh Norman. It was the block from Mohamed Sanu. It was the block from Ricky Ortiz. It was the block from the other offensive linemen getting down the field. And then when Julio Jones goes down, and by the way, beats Clinton Dix tackle and gets into the end zone. Newly acquired safety Clinton Dix from the Green Bay Packers on the Redskins, and the Falcons, Julio Jones, beats his tackle and falls into the end zone, and the whole team comes over and celebrates like it's a game-winning touchdown. That's brotherhood. That right there is everything that you want to see from a team and more. Period. Do not think it. Do not even try to project it. That is the truth. That is the identity right there. That is the team. And you see Jake Matthews run into the end zone, and Julio and Jake do a high five, and then Jake's running around the end zone, just pumped, jacked. I just destroyed Josh Norman. All y'all in the stands see that I just destroyed Josh Norman. Now look, Redskins fans, I know there's probably a couple that are in here. Y'all's defense was on point. But for some reason, you were spread too thin, like too little butter on too much bread. And your offense did not help you as you went forward. Your offense did not help you going forward against a beat-up, banged-up Falcons defense, who, by the way, transitioning back to defense for just a second, it's important to remember that guys like Vic Beasley and guys like Takk McKinley lead the team in snaps, and yet are not causing the pressure that you want to cause. And that begins to show you there is an identity problem right now with maybe too many snaps going to Vic Beasley because we're trying to cause pressure, and he's exhausted. If I remember correctly, and D-Pat will probably throw the stat down in the chat right now. But if I remember correctly, off of what he said, Vic Beasley has like 300 snaps already. 300 snaps already. The next closest to him is 200 and something, 200 and change of Takk McKinley playing snaps with one less game. That's insane. Vic Beasley's got to be exhausted, and now we see the root of the problem here. Vic Beasley's playing too much. How's he supposed to be explosive if his gas tank is always half empty? How is Vic Beasley supposed to do his job at Sam linebacker and nickel defensive end if he's always at half empty on the tank? If his tires have no tread on them? How is Vic Beasley supposed to do anything if he's playing 300-something snaps? Vic Beasley needs rest, which means that the Falcons' depth needs to step up. And Brooks Reed, if you're listening to this right now, step up, prove me wrong. Derek Shelby did that yesterday. He stepped up. He proved me wrong. Terrell McClain was not great yesterday, but he still was a contributor. What's going on, the Iceman? Good to see Minnesota Falcons fan. Good to see Cody Stokes. Good to see Brian Nix. Good to be seeing David Wright and PSN. Y'all are awesome. Look at this stat that Patman just put in the chat right here. In 2017, Beasley played 483 snaps all season long. In 2016, he played 674. He's currently on pace for 802 snaps this season. He'll be dead before the playoffs come, if we get into the playoffs. It's insane. So, Vic Beasley haters, those that want Vic Beasley to go, where's the depth that's giving Vic Beasley any rest at all? Where's the depth that's supposed to be giving Vic Beasley any rest on this ridiculous snap count? Out of your mind amount of snaps. Look at these. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Insane. It's absolutely mind-blocking. It's mind-boggling. Man needs some rest. Man needs some rest. Julio, more things really quickly. I'm wondering where the Falcons, with these new rules, part of the reason why they might be hesitant to hit quarterbacks, and especially on the Grady Jarrett, Vic Beasley attempt at a sack, is if you put your full weight on a quarterback nowadays, you'll get the personal foul. So it's hard. How do you hit quarterbacks nowadays? And that's the NFL just mucking up rules. But I mean, I feel it for all defensive ends and defensive tackles in this league, all corners and all linebackers and safeties. This league has messed up some rules and really hurt some players from doing some great things. Bruce Carter was really beat up badly yesterday, but in the run, I saw him do some great things. In the run, I saw him do some great things. Look at this. Reed, 227 snaps. Crawford, 240. McClain, 244. Jarrett, 261. Missed 2 games. McKinley missed 1 game, 262. Vic Beasley has 351 snaps. What? How is there like almost 100 snaps more than McKinley? That's insane. That's insane. Oh man, that's insane. That is insane. Bruce Carter got beat up yesterday in coverage, but when he was down there stopping the run, Adrian Peterson couldn't do jack most of the game. Jake Matthews allowed a sack on Matt Ryan, and it was just a bad read, to be honest. There were too many people coming on his side, and he couldn't help it. I bet you Matt probably was angry in the moment, but then after the game was like, it happened. It's what. There's a good chance that maybe when Alfred comes back, that he plays nickel corner and we ease him back into the game again, because you don't want to just throw him out there and re-injure himself. I bet Oliver probably gets the start going forward. Mohamed Sanu, this is just for everyone in the chat right now. But just go ahead and step back for a second and just think about this. Mohamed Sanu is Michael Jenkins 2.0. And that's a good thing for this offense. He's an upgraded version of Michael Jenkins. Mohamed Sanu is an upgraded version of Michael Jenkins. And a guy that can move the chains, a guy that can beat you deep, a guy that is a possession wide receiver, and all he wants to do is make some contact and move those chains. That is Mohamed Sanu now, and no one can tell me otherwise. No one can tell me otherwise. Because look at what Sanu's doing and then go compare what Michael Jenkins did. Same guy. Only Sanu, I think, is more athletically gifted. Big facts. They both 12. There. It's done. It's done. Done. We don't even have to do anything. Hal, what's going on, my man? Rise up, stay grounded. Good to see you in the chat. You need a Sanu. You need a Sanu on your team. So Calvin Ridley, this is just going through the game, kind of talking about every little thing that we did. But look at Calvin Ridley's touchdown and tell me that that was not the most clutch idea for a play. Easily one of Calvin Ridley's best touchdowns. And the gas that Calvin Ridley had on the field when he just blazed past everybody, I think was jet fuel. Does Calvin Ridley drink jet fuel for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? I think he might, because I think I saw flames coming out of his tailpipes, Bo. Like, seriously, I think I saw flames coming off his shoes. Calvin Ridley was so explosive yesterday, especially with that touchdown. Just, oh, there he goes. There he goes. He's gone. Bye. Just happened in a flash. It was super, super easy. Trufant not only dropping an interception, easy interception, but then also having a second opportunity to get an interception, and everybody's surprised that he's dropping these, and it's like, man, you just need to go hit the jugs for a day. You know, like, true, I know you're a good corner. Probably the best corner on this team until Oliver develops, and then we'll have that discussion when we get to that point, right? Right? We'll have that discussion when we get to that point, right? Who's the better corner, Oliver or Trufant? I don't know how long that will take, but we'll have that conversation when we get there. But Trufant dropping 1, okay, that's fine. Trufant dropping 2. And one of those, by the way, if it had not been called back for a penalty, would have been an interception that got dropped and into the hands of a Washington Redskins wide receiver, like the Keanu Neal attempt for an interception that bounced off his knee from a year ago or 2 years ago and into the hands of, I believe, a Saints player. Eagles player. Thank you, Andre. I had some choice words for that, and if you are in my Discord, you may have seen those choice words, and if you're in my admin chat, then you definitely saw those choice words. But I said here's the tame one. I think I got a tumor from watching that. It was pretty bad. The Josh Doxson versus Isaiah Oliver war was won by Isaiah Oliver. But the little battles in between might have been little Oliver here, a little bit of Josh Doxson there, a touchdown by Josh Doxson, a bat down by Isaiah Oliver late in the game. It was kind of 50-50 the whole way. The war was won by Oliver. The short battles were won by Josh Doxson. And Josh Doxson is a great wide receiver. That's just facts. That's straight facts. Josh Doxson is a very good wide receiver. Let's not pretend that Alex Smith is some scrub, and Josh Doxson is also a scrub. That's bull. That's malarkey. That's Mike Malarkey. There's a throwback. There you go. Mike Malarkey. There's a throwback for you. Carter was allowing a lot of big catches, and then Campbell allowed a big catch on some tight ends. Tight ends were absolutely ripping us apart. And then late in that game, we're gonna finish up here with this discussion point. But late in that game, the Redskins were so gassed, but Vic and Tack were not, that they not only held Tack McKinley, but also held Vic Beasley on the same play and got double flags. And I was like, cue the circus music. I'm just like, what in the world is this nonsense? Yes, okay, and look, let me back up because I'm being rude. Redskins fans, I feel for you. Because you just lost like all of your offensive linemen. Within the last 2 or 3 week period, you've lost almost everybody. That's insane. That's insane that you lost like 2 people yesterday or 3 people yesterday, and you lost 1 or 2 people over the last 2 weeks. That was insane. So I guess I know what you guys are drafting. I mean, I can only pretend to think that you guys might be drafting some offensive linemen. but you get what I'm saying. That's like Falcons levels of injuries. So I get it. I feel you. I get it. And we still weren't able to really generate a pass rush because we were exhausted by that point. Our top edge rushers were exhausted, and our backups weren't really doing anything to get to the quarterback. Now Jack Crawford, just give a clap to Jack Crawford for just a second, and a clap to the DBs on that play as well for his sack that he had. It was a coverage sack. There was not a single soul downfield that was open. And Jack Crawford doubled back, went in, and got that sack. Give him a clap in the chat for me, because Jack Crawford's working his ass off. Jack Crawford's working his ass off to get this stuff done. And hell, man, He's working harder than some of the guys that are getting paid more than him. That's insane. Good on him. Good on him for doing his work. He's been a ray of hope in a very desolate world that is the Falcons pass rush, and it's only desolate because of problems with drafts and players developing. That's just truth. That's facts. So, pressures yesterday looked like this to kind of finish up this. I can't believe we've already gone through an hour. It doesn't even feel like an hour. But we've gone through an hour already. Crazy. Insane. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go into the comments. Check out all the links in the description of this video. We ain't going anywhere yet. I want to throw a couple more things of knowledge at you. But here's what the pressures looked like yesterday. Tack McKinley, 4 total pressures. That's 4 hurries. And they held him twice for 2 holding penalties. Grady Jarrett, 3 total pressures yesterday. That was 2 hurries and a sack. Crawford with 3 total pressures. They actually have him listed as 2 sacks? Huh. I don't remember that second sack he had. I guess they're giving him that sack? Huh. Interesting. And 1 hurry. Sanat with 2 total hurries. Beasley with 1 hit and 1 hurry. McLean with 1 hurry. I think there was a misprint here, D-Pat. I think maybe he had another hit or something. And then Reed with a hit and a hurry. So it was pushed around. PFF giving Isaiah Oliver a 72.1 grade as a corner yesterday. Desmond Trufant had a 72.1 as well. Boys side, Ola Kuhn had a 70. Devondre Campbell had a 60.9. Ryan Poole had a 69.2, and he actually got toasted a couple times yesterday. Bruce Carter had a 29.0. Ugh. Bad. Sherrod Niesman. Give a shout out to your boy Sherrod Niesman. 65.7, but stepping in and making some big hits, boys. Mel Ishmael with a 76.7. Duke Riley with a 78.8. How about that? How about them apples? Vic Beasley Jr. with a 54.5, but this was on coverage. This is all just coverage. We're talking about coverage here. Jordan Richards with a 55.7. So coverage is good. And D-Pack going, hey, Trufant, this was probably his best graded game all season. This is his best graded game all season. Talk about it. Talk about it in the chat. How much do you hate Desmond Trufant if he's putting up good PFF grades and stopping people from catching balls? I mean, I get it. Although there were a couple where he was so far away and guys were dropping balls or getting overshot by Alex Smith. So I don't know. The grades are tricky. The grades are tricky when you talk about those types of things. And then we have, this is crazy, MVP race. Matt Ryan is getting considered the 3rd in the MVP race. What? You're joking, right? Matt Ryan is in 3rd in the MVP race right now per ESPN. And number 1 is Pat Mahomes. Number 2 is Drew Brees. Dedrick's not liked my tweet of him holding his Gucci bag. And was like, look at that man, strut it down. I'm like, oh, man. Good stuff. How about your boy Lamar Jackson tweeting the Calvin Ridley touchdown saying, bruh, this is just the beginning. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was so silly. I thought that was just absolutely insane. We're getting Deion Jones back real soon. I'm excited. We're going to go for the next 10 minutes here. We're going to go for the next 10 minutes and talk about everything else that happened in the NFL. And then after that, I guess open it up just for a little bit of conversation in between everyone else. Go check out all the links in the description, the website, the Reddit. Go check out, well, Falcons Reddit. It would be Falcons Reddit, but go check out the website, all the social media platforms, and all the channels that are going on right now. Amari Cooper tonight. I think, Hal, you're right. He does play tonight. Any Deion Jones updates as of right now? Looks like he might be back for Cowboys game. He might not be back for the Browns game. Check out the Twitch, Discord. Get some merch, man. We got shirts up for you guys. Go over there and go grab yourself a Stay Grounded shirt. But I just watched the Green Bay Packers lean on Aaron Rodgers like a goddamn crutch. And I was so disappointed. So disappointed in the Packers front office in believing that Aaron Rodgers was going to be the only thing that was going to save them. Aaron Rodgers, you could do it. Put the giant turtle shell on your back and move it all the way. Meanwhile, the rest of the team is trying to overcompensate, and the offense is trying to overcompensate for Aaron Rodgers, trying to put the team on his back and take it to the promised land. And Aaron Rodgers is getting banged up, and I told y'all. Come on. Aaron Rodgers can't do this all on his own. It takes a team. It takes 53 guys to get a whole season done. Don't put it all on one guy's shoulders. You're insane if you try to do that. And that's what the Packers front office is trying to do. They're trying to put everything on Aaron Rodgers to make a play. And look, he just can't outplay the Patriots when the Patriots have a complete team and you don't. Offense and defense. Especially if you're trading away players like HaHa Clinton Dix. Not saying that HaHa Clinton Dix is amazing. Probably roast me in coverage. Probably roast me in coverage. Let's take a look at the rest of the scores. The Saints beat the Rams by 10. And where do I stand on the Saints right now? I'm not one to fall for traps. Okay? I don't fall for the trap. All right? And I believe the New Orleans Saints are a trap. And Saints fans are going to be like, who dat? Gumbo. You're just a Falcons fan. You're being biased. You beat the Rams at home, but they put 35 on you and almost caught up. At the end of the game, you had to score a touchdown to put it away. Something tells me I don't trust that. I'm looking at it for face value. I don't trust that. I don't trust that thing. That thing right there, I don't trust that. I don't trust that thing. You see that thing right there? The New Orleans Saints? I don't trust that. I feel like that's going to get to the playoffs, but that's not going to make it far in the playoffs. I don't trust that thing. That thing I don't trust. Now, the Rams got exposed. This works both ways. The Rams look like they're cooling down. When they start playing teams that want to actually punch them round to round and stick in all 10 rounds, 4 rounds if you're talking about 4 quarters in the NFL, the LA Rams got punched in the mouth, and uncharacteristically, their DBs looked bad, their linebackers looked weird, and their defensive line looked like it had some weird itis going on. I don't know what that's about. I have no idea. But there was some weird itis. Maybe they ate too much gumbo on the street and too many beignets while they were out on Bourbon Street the night before. Obviously, they did not do that. Insane. But I'm telling you right now that some weird nonsense is going on, and I don't trust that New Orleans Saints. I guarantee that their offense is incredible, but there's something about that team that I just feel like 1 or 2 injuries and something weird's going to happen to that team. Tonight is the Cowboys and the Titans. The Texans beat the Broncos 19-17. I think the Texans are stoppable. I think you can stop them. I think there's a way that you can stop them, but my boy John Watson is doing everything in his power to keep that team going. Chargers beat Seahawks 25-17. Are we sleeping on the Chargers? We might be. Panthers absolutely blaze by the Buccaneers. Just gone. Bears destroy Bills 41-9. Bills, I had faith in you until your lead quarterback went down, and now here you are. Dolphins beat Jets in the Tank Bowl. And so Dolphins fans, all the Dolphins fans down here, I live in Orlando, all the Dolphins fans are going to go, oh, we might have a chance to get a wild card and be able to get into the playoffs. Oh, we could do it. Oh, man. Got to hear that for the next couple of weeks if they keep winning. Chiefs blow up Browns 37-21. Not much to really say there. Browns are outplayed. Steelers beat Ravens. I believe the Falcons have to still play the Ravens. Maybe there's a chance. Falcons get a win off of that. Don't want to look too early. Vikings beat Lions. Lions are a mess, man. Look, and my resident Lions fan that usually talks to me is not talking to me right now. He must be in denial. He might have unfriended me. I don't say mean-spirited things. I just like, hey, man, why'd your Lions lose the game again? And the 49ers beat up on the Raiders on Thursday night in the Tank Bowl. And that is your NFL week. Not talking about the Falcons, obviously beating the Redskins 38-14. That's where we're at. So, the Falcons have to play the Rams. Later tonight on Twitch, we're doing a Jeffrey Simmons film breakdown. Twitch channel link is in the description. www.twitch.tv/unintentionalgrounding. You might want to see that tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. It's going to be a lot of fun. Might want to go to that channel and go hit that follow button. Hey, we're going to watch some film tonight. We're going to watch some cool film tonight. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Anybody in the chat want to ask any questions before I'll go? I'll answer 3 questions. So if you can type them in quick, hit me up in the chat right now. Hit me up in the chat right now. Let me know if there's something that you would like me to ponder on. And that one, Cody, was the last one because 300 seconds is a really long time. And I told you earlier in another show, hey, you need to not do that. Do not do that. You have the power, by the way, Brazilian X Skills. You are a mod, so you should be able to do that as well. Do it. Do it. If he's saying some stuff, do it. Okay. Yang, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. Empire One says, how should we draft? Well, we go into the draft and we write names on a card and we give it to the people at the front. I'm being an asshole. How should we draft? Who should we draft? That's up to interpretation. I want to see the rest of the year before I make my first official big-time mock. So I'll wait. I think I'll wait on predictions totally, but there are some favorites already that I see. When are you going to exchange that goatee for a beard? And well, I've already got kind of a beard going on. It's kind of coming, so just give it a couple weeks. My beard grows really quickly. Zaxby's or Chick-fil-A? U.S. Warhawk. God damn it, Warhawk. Why would you take my 2 favorite fast food restaurants that I shouldn't be eating fast food, but put them in front of my face and make me choose? God damn it, Warhawk. I love Zaxby's, man. I really do. But how can you not? The Lord's food. How can you not choose the Lord's food? How can you not choose Chick-fil-A? How can you not choose the Lord's food? He gracefully gives it to you, but just not on Sundays. Maybe that's the only thing against the Lord's food. Maybe that's the only thing against the Lord's food is that Zaxby's is open every single day of the week. I don't know, man. What do you think about Fourier? Backup or starter? Could be potential backup into starter, depending on what we do with Campbell. I want to see all the grounders at the draft. I do. Brian Nix is saying he wants to see a bunch of grounders at the draft. Let's do it. Let's this draft coming up, I will be there. I believe it's in Tennessee, Nashville. So check it out. get your tickets or whatever. And I'm going to be hanging out with Vach Lombardi and a couple of other guys like Mark Holmes, and Law Nation might be there as well. Deuce Wyndham might be there. We're still trying to get that kind of together, but I will be there. Mrs. Lieutenant Dan will probably be there with me. Should we hold out Deion Jones or get him in as early as possible, Verdant BDP? I think we should probably hold him out for this next game and then come the Cowboys game, then have him play. Who do you think will win the MVP award? Too soon. Too soon on that. Too soon on that. Do you dip your tenders in hot honey mustard, Dan? Damn straight. You are out of your mind if you're not putting hot honey mustard on all of your nonsense. On all of your nonsense. That's McDonald's. That's Zaxby's. That's Chick-fil-A. You'll go get hot honey mustard to go put it on your Chick-fil-A. You're not doing that. You're sinning. You're a sinner. Brazilian Nick Skills, my boy. and here's the thing. I'm not even a big honey mustard guy. Sriracha mayo, just saying. Verdant VDP, you're not wrong, but it's hot honey mustard, and then it's the sriracha. Actually, the barbecue's somewhere in there, and it depends on what I'm eating. Jason Freeman, can we get a huge shout out to Jason Freeman? He is a legend in this community. He is a legendary grounder, and if I could give him any other emoji or award, I would. Jason Freeman says, I keep seeing people calling for Matt MVP, but I'm like, if I can trade an MVP for a Super Bowl championship, I'll exchange that one every season. Asen. Ooh, man. Hall Snipe says, real question. Zach's sauce. Or Chick-fil-A sauce. Here's the Chick-fil-A sauce. Oops. Oh no. Oh no, it's gone. Oh no. What happened? Guess I'll just have to open up the Zach sauce. That's exactly what happens. The MVP is cursed. Yeah, I would rather trade an MVP. I'd rather trade an MVP title versus getting a Super Bowl title. I'd rather my players and QBs not win any awards and win a Super Bowl. Than win a bunch of awards and fall short. You know, we got nothing like that in the UK. You made it sound so tasty. Zach's sauce is so good, so great. Not like you can't tell me. So, anywho, I got to get ready for a podcast, and then tonight on Twitch. Let's blow up the Twitch tonight. Come on. Go to the Twitch link in the description of this video. Go to my channel on Twitch, Unintentional Grounding. Go hit that follow button. Go follow me. Hit that heart. And follow me tonight as we go and check out Jeffrey Simmons. It should be a lot of education and fun, and we'll be doing back and forth on it. How long is the podcast? It'll be about 30 minutes. And Aaron Freeman and I are going to speak about a few things and then go forward on that. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Locked on Falcons podcast. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how this show goes. I'm a little worried, but Aaron Freeman, I've been told that Aaron Freeman is a good guy, and I like his show. I actually do like his show. I haven't liked the negativity from Falcons podcasters and Twitter people recently. But I do feel that this is an opportunity for both of us to kind of see eye to eye and talk about just players in general and how things have been done. So that's my 2 cents on it. And I hope that Aaron and I have a wonderful show tonight. That's all I want. I want to. And if Aaron's listening to this right now and anyone else is listening to this right now, even if you send this last portion of this video to him or to anyone else in the Falcons media, I want the Falcons media, the fan base, and the community that we have as film breakdown guys, and film watchers, and draft enthusiasts, and stat junkies. I want this community to grow in a positive light, and no matter what, I will never resort to negativity, but I will never, ever, ever compromise who I am to be nice to people. I'm a nice person, but I will always call people out on their BS, and that is just straight facts and truth from your boy, Lieutenant Dan, here, live, Orlando. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for dropping by. We had 70 people in here at one point, and I just think that that is telling. That's a sign right there that we're doing the right thing, that we have a lot of fun, that we have quality content, and I want to continue to push that forward. Go check out the merch. Go check out all of the links in the description. Go sub to the channel. Go hit the notification button. Go into the comment section. Share this with your friends and family. Hit that share button on your favorite Falcons film breakdowns and send that off to your peeps. Subscribe to the channel. I promise you, it will not be a waste of your time. You will be well entertained. And if you would like to help me personally, go on to my Patreon and go put $1 in the Patreon. Every single person in here, we have 41 viewers right now. If every single person donated $1 a month, that's $12 a year from all 41 people, you would give me enough money to be able to continue to do this as a full-time, every single day dropping a video type deal. I'm just letting you guys know that for a fact. I'm working hard and diligent, and I want to continue to give you quality content, and I hope that you enjoyed everything that we've done. My name's Lieutenant Dan. You're listening to nothing but the facts and the truth here on Unintentional Grounding. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. Rise up, stay grounded, and from me to you, everything's going to be okay. Ric Flair woo. Woo! Peace.